Just a few days ago, people were wondering, is the Solana ecosystem going to last? They were doubting the future of it altogether. Sol was trading around $8, and I was rubbing my hands thinking, great, this is hitting my desired target of when I was ready to buy. Then it suddenly shot up 70%, went over $13. Why is that? Hello, I'm Taj, digitally known as Tropic Vibes, the host of Nifty Business, where we highlight NFTs and explore Web 3.0 as we move from pure speculation to creating real-world value. Well, if you thought it was going to be because of a massive NFT drop, that is actually not the case. An unusual suspect on the Solana blockchain is actually DeFi. This is something that we're very used to over on the Ethereum ecosystem, which has a thriving DeFi community. However, a lot of people don't know that there is DeFi on Solana. And over the last few days, we've seen something that we've only seen the likes of, say, a Doge or a Shiba Inu, which is, of course, Ethereum meme coins. While over on Solana, this new meme coin, which is also dog-themed, is the Bonk token. And as far as I know, this is the first meme token on the Solana ecosystem. It initially released on the 29th of December and quickly went from a $0 market cap all the way up to a $200 million market cap by the 5th of January. And of course, at the point of recording this, it is now down and it is about an $80 million market cap. But considering that this token is brand new, that is just crazy growth. And that is really why the price of Solana has taken off so much. There has been so much activity over there as far as DeFi. And the term Bonk Billionaire was actually coined for anyone that actually holds more than 1 billion of these tokens within their wallet. So what exactly is the hype around this token, and why is this even so important? Well, to understand the whole meme token culture, if we look back on Doge and Shiba Inu, we understand that these tokens are originally launched to make a statement or a meme against the current culture of cryptocurrencies, and usually the founders of these projects, the communities that are behind them, take themselves very seriously. In the NFT world, we're used to the whole wag me feeling, especially last year, everyone getting along, kumbaya moments, mental health spaces, and so forth. But it's very different in the whole DeFi and crypto circles. And a lot of these projects are very competitive in speaking against which one is the best, which one has the most utility, and so forth. And because of this, that's where the rise of the meme tokens came in. Rather than people sitting around and arguing it out and slamming tables and pounding their points as to why their token is better than another token, these meme tokens just make fun of everything. They don't make any promises as to what their utilities are, what problems they solve in the world, or anything of that nature. They're there to start conversations, make people laugh, and have a good time. And because of that, people really buy into the ecosystem. And Doge was the one that really captured everyone's attention. And then, of course, multiple other ones came out. Shiba Inu, they built ecosystems around them. There's spin-off tokens, there's apps, and all sorts of things, really community-led, but it really started off as an initial joke. And that's part of the reason why there is such a staying power for these tokens. When you really think about it, look through the history of cryptocurrencies, each of these cycles, when there is a bear market, the vast majority of them fail. They go to zero, the community abandons them and goes to another one. But for whatever reason, tokens such as Doge, Shiba Inu, and quite a few other memes tend to stick around. So going back to the whole Solana ecosystem and what's going on there, this latest one was obviously, as I opened up by this whole thing, saying that a lot of people were even doubting the very existence of the Solana ecosystem. Will the blockchain fail? Will the developers and all the projects jump ship and leave to Ethereum and Polygon? As I've said many times, we've seen that with DeGods being the biggest NFT project. They left, and they are also bringing their secondary collection of the Utes over to Polygon. And they are definitely a leader in the space, and it really disappointed a lot of people because even Ethereum people had came over for the DeGods and the Utes Mint because that was the space to be in. So seeing them leave, it really sent a shockwave through the Solana ecosystem. So a lot of people were wondering, well, is everyone going to leave? Does it have a promising community? Is it going to last? Because unlike the past cycles of when everything went sour in 2017, when Ethereum was the only smart contract capable blockchain in the game, now there's so many others. There's different layers, and not to mention the whole legacy and ecosystem of Ethereum that they're competing with. So can Solana really weather this storm? Well, what we've seen over the last couple of days, a lot of people are now calling for that was the bottom. Now, am I going to say that was the bottom? Absolutely not. I'm not making any predictions whatsoever. Obviously, I was clearly wrong because I had a target price that was much lower than the $8 and I thought it was heading there. And then all of a sudden it spikes up to $13. So as far as making predictions, any financial advice, anything of that nature, I am not your guy, because if I had told you, oh, just wait it out and buy when I buy, guess what? You'd be very disappointed to see it spike up to $13. And where's it going to go from here? I have no idea. And that's for you to judge. You can look at charts and speak to anyone else that wants to put their name out on there for that. But anyways, going back to this whole thing. The reason why we're in this debacle anyways is because of the crash with Alameda and FTX. Because when FTX put a lot of their financial resources behind the launch of the Solana blockchain, they got in at, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was about 50 cents when they actually put a lot of money into it. They locked it up into the ecosystem, and it really helped to prop up the price. And we saw that huge run up from 50 cents all the way up to $250, $260 before everything came crashing down towards the end of 2021. And it has really been a steady decline right through 2022, now that we're into 2023, before seeing this little spike right here. And seeing all of that happen is really how this whole coin actually started. They wanted to make a statement against the culture to say, yes, Solana is here. We're not going anywhere. We're going to stick this thing out. We're going to develop and rally as a community. And what they actually did for as far as marketing purposes, which marketing is honestly probably one of the most important parts of launching a coin or NFT project, more so than even the utility. And I know a lot of people might hear that and just really roll their eyes and say, how are you supposed to say that? You're supposed to be the guy that's saying this stuff is not just for speculation, but it's supposed to be for real world business. Well, even in the world of just businesses, here's the reason why I say that. Coming from a marketing background, I know you might have the very best products in the world, but guess what? If no one knows that you have it, it doesn't matter. You're not going to sell anything. You're not going to have a profit. And guess what? You're going to go out of business. That's why I say marketing is probably even more important than the actual idea itself or the utility, the product. And of course, if you market a terrible product, it's going to last a very short time. You're going to bring the crowd in and then it's all going to crash and burn. But at least it's going to generate profit for a period of time rather than having this amazing idea that no one knows about except for the inventor or the creator. So going back to this whole thing, the marketing that they did and how this actually rallied the community and helped to basically save Solana as far as being at the bottom of everything was all going down. And they partnered with a lot of NFT communities and they airdrop these tokens. So if you look at CoinGecko or one of those charts, you're going to see several days of it just going sideways. The volume of the tokens are going up, yet the actual price or the market cap is not moving at all. And that's because they were just being airdrops for free. And then once it hit the open market, people started selling it and then the value actually goes up. That's how the market cap moves. In case you're not wondering how market cap actually works, it is multiplying the last sale by the outstanding number of tokens. So just using a simple analogy, let's say there are 100 tokens and the last one was sold at $1. Well, then the market cap would be $100. $1 times 100 equals $100 market cap. Now, with these coins, especially these meme coins, they're usually fractions of a penny. So we're talking about decimals and multiple zeros, and then there's either billions or trillions of tokens in these cases. So we're talking about very small amounts multiplied by a lot of tokens, but it's the same thing. Same exact math to figure out the market cap. And once the price starts to go on the open market and seeing what people are willing to pay for this thing is what makes the market cap go up and down. And believe it or not, the market cap actually doesn't really signify anything as far as what something is worth or the value behind it, the utility. It just simply measures what the last person is willing to pay for it and the outstanding number of coins. Because as we could see, or we have learned, I should say, with the FTX token, something on paper could have been worth $40 billion, but when things actually hit the fan, we quickly saw that it was worth nowhere near that, and the whole empire came crashing down very quickly. But going back to this whole thing, this meme token, the way the team is actually setting this thing up, they actually burn their own token, saying that they're not trying to make anything on the inside from this and just want to make a statement that the community is here. They're going to rally around this and have a good time. And this is going to not be a quick cash grab, but it is the antidote to what happened with FTX. With FTX, Alameda, and everything that Sam Bankman-Fried and his team have done in this to Solana and all the shareholders that had companies that were being built, the developers, the community, the holders of NFTs and so forth. It affected a lot of people. And they're just trying to meme that into doing something right, supposedly, with this particular project. So is this enough to save Solana? Well, honestly, I have no idea if this was the bottom or not. It could be a short-term rally and then head right back down because as we've seen, just by looking at the charts, the price had an amazing spike up. And usually when something has such a huge run up very quickly, it comes back down. What goes up must come down. Not saying that it won't go up, not saying that a year from now, this Bonk token will be the new Doge, and we're sending rockets to Mars using it and paying for it with it, just like how Elon Musk says that he's going to send rockets up paid for in Doge. But I just think it's very interesting that this new system, this new meme coin has popped up in the Solana ecosystem when everyone was pronouncing it for dead. And the lifeline that it threw to the blockchain and the community is pretty impressive because the number of wallets, the active wallets, number of trades, the interest, even the price of Sol itself has gone up dramatically over the last few days. So is this enough to really bring more eyes and attention to it? Will developers come back? Will projects reconsider that they were going to leave, but now they'll see what's going to go on? I don't know. But if nothing else, it has given it a short-term bump. So people that might have NFTs on it that were looking for a little spike to possibly either unload their NFTs or cash out their Sol, seeing that it was going down for so long, who knows exactly where that's going to be. But based on what we're seeing right now, things are starting to cool off just a little bit. But if there's anything that we've learned from looking at NFTs or any of these tokens from the past, is that copycats will emerge. The success of this token running up to 200 plus million in a matter of days is definitely going to inspire copycats. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be Bonkers, Super Bonk, Bonkerilla, and a whole bunch of spin-offs and people that are basically going to copy this idea and try to duplicate its success. But as you just want to say, definitely do your own research. Do not follow the hype train. And if this is something that you truly believe in, sure, do what you want. But just remember, usually by the time these things hit podcasts and YouTube videos and has their run up, it could very well be the end of that cycle. So with that said, I think it'd be a fine time to plug the Nifty Business Week because some of these stories such as this might be DeFi or any other story that might not be big enough to do a full episode about. I will put it in the newsletter and I'm relaunching that at niftybusinessweek.com. And through that, I tend to do a lot of giveaways and promotions and what have you. But as usual, I just like to thank you for taking time to listen to this as we're learning and building Web3 together. So until next time, later. The Nifty Business Arrow is not investment advice. It provides insights and information within the space. As with anything, please do your own research before making a decision whether you're making an investment or a purchase.